Hey family, yesterday marked my 11-month lock anniversary, but I'm updating you today because, to be honest, yesterday I just ain't feel like doing it. I don't have no excuses, I just ain't feel like doing it. I am going to take this head wrap off, but this head wrap has a story. It's the reason why I'm wrapping my locks, and I'll get to that in a minute. But let me throw out my disclaimers. Sorry, I need some lotion. My hands look like they need. Let me throw out my disclaimers. The first disclaimer is that this video is definitely going to be long because I like to talk. And I have a story to share with you all. Something that happened to me last Saturday. So that's the first disclaimer. If you don't like long videos, go ahead and turn it off. The second disclaimer is, I'm sorry, y'all. The second disclaimer is I do curse sometimes. Sometimes cursing words just comes out. I don't even recognize it. It come out like I'm talking now. And for those who don't like cursing, this may not be the channel for you. I will respect it. That's why I try to warn people from the beginning, because there's a lot of people like my mother that don't like cursing, you know, or you might have little children around and, you know, you don't want them to hear, you know, cursing words. And I respect that. So them the only two disclaimers I have. Let's get to the story. So, and the reason why my hair is wrapped up. So, for those who don't know, I live in DC. Hi. Last Saturday, DC had this festival going on in the city. It was called the All Night Art Show. So different parts of DC had. They was doing the same thing. They was celebrating art and artists, you know, whether, you know, form of clothes, people making clothes, a lot of people making jewelry. It was a lot of artists painting. It was just very live in DC, different parts of the city. The part that I was in is Southeast. I'm going to have to give you a quick background of Southeast. DC is divided into four parts. It's Northeast, well, it's Northwest, Northeast, Southeast, and Southwest. Southeast has always been labeled as the bad part of DC. It has changed and gotten much better because the demographics have changed in DC. But, you know, ever since I was a little girl, it lived up to its reputation. So that being said, I was in Southeast DC at the All Night Art Festival. The reason why I was there is because my daughter, which she's 25 years old, she's an artist and she paints. So she wound up getting a space there, lucking up and getting a space, you know, there to sell her artwork. It started from 7 and then it ended at 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get there till 9 o'clock. So when I got there, she was already set up and everything. She lucked up on a space because where her table was at, it was a fence like adjacent to her table, so she can put her paintings, you know, on the table and then display them on the fence, hang them up on the fence. So when I got there, I sat behind the table and, you know, watched my baby go to work. Very proud of her. You know, her presentation was everything. She sold a couple of pieces. But as I was sitting there, I noticed that when a crowd walked past, sometimes by accident, somebody would knock over one of the paintings. Some people picked them up. Some people looked at them and kept on going. So, you know, she would have to stop, you know, her sale or stop, you know, presenting her art, you know, explaining her artwork or whatever to go pick up a painting. So I said, well, you know what, Shafay, I'm going to go over there and stand by the fence. So say like this wall, I'm trying to see, okay, this wall is her painting. So I would stand, well, this wall is her fence, the fence where her painting is. So what I would do is I would stand like this and, you know, stand like this by the fence. So people could walk around me, you know, and not be so close to her artwork to accidentally, because I really believe it was accidentally knock her stuff over. Or if they do, I can just pick it up, you know, and hang it back. So as I'm standing like this, different men at different times felt the need to touch my locks. Now, they wasn't together. It wasn't at the same time. But they felt the need to touch my locks. You know, when it happened the first time, I was shocked, but I didn't think nothing of it. The guy had walked past and said, "Ooh, your locks are so beautiful," and kept on going. So I just looked at him. I didn't even get a chance to say thank you because he kept on going. So the second time, the guy, I was, you know, like I said, you see, I was like standing like, you know, the way I was showing you I was standing. And he ran his fingers through my hair. And now let me tell you how I had my locks. You know, I had them halfway up and the back down. So sorry, y'all. So he ran his fingers through my locks. And I looked and he was like, "You so beautiful." And I didn't say thank you. I ain't gonna lie. I just was like stuck. The third time, I was actually talking to somebody because they was interested in a painting. So, you know, I had my back turned and I'm talking to them. And a guy, it was a guy. He did like this because when he did like this, I turned around and he was like, "Your hair is so pretty." So, you know, I counted. Call me arrogant, but I counted. Or an asshole. And I do want some feedback from guys because I want to know if you think I was overreacting by, you know, looking a certain way. It was about 7 guys, different times. And I stayed there till 3 o'clock. Different times, touched my head. Now, the last one, he actually was bold enough to come to me and was like, "You're so beautiful. Oh, my God, I love that gray in your hair. I love your locks." And I, you know, did his hand. And he was like, "Damn, it's like that." I said, "I don't even know you." You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure out why you think it's cool to touch my hair. And he was like, "I'm just saying you beautiful. I'm just giving you a compliment. It's not like that. It's not that serious." And I said, "Well, it is serious to me." He said, "I can tell." He said, "Mama, you too beautiful to be acting all stuck up and conceited." I said, "Well, to be honest, let me ask you this then. If I was your mother, or if I was your sister, or better yet, your girlfriend or wife, and we was at this function together with our daughter, how would you feel if you sitting there and a man just come run his fingers through my head? Would you get upset?" Now, of course, you got them people that always have an excuse for everything or to agree just to make themselves feel like they're right. You know, you got them people that can never be wrong. Thank God I'm not like that. I can be wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. He was like, "Oh, no, I wouldn't trip. You know, long as, you know, it depends on, you know, her reaction. Long as she ain't getting aroused by it, you wouldn't trip." I said, "Sir, I don't know what you did with your hands. You could have scratched your ass." "Oh, you going too far." I said, "No, I'm just giving a scenario." "Okay, well, I don't want to offend you, even though you offend me. I apologize for," "Oh, I'm sorry. It's not like that. Now I see you taking it. See, you too serious. You too serious. You one of them, what do you say? Righteous women." I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Check this out. I'm going to give you another example." I say, "Now, I'm sure you may have seen some guys that you might know or some people you might know in the crowd, right? Because I've seen a couple of people that I knew in the crowd." He said, "Yeah. So what you getting at?" I sit there and say like, "Okay, one of your homeboys." Then he digged up his motherfucking nose, but you didn't see that. He digged up his nose, and then he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?" And then you don't see him. Y'all, you know, he digged up his nose before he came to you. You know, plucked it, rubbed it, or whatever. And then came say, "Hey, what's up, man?" You like, "What's up? What's up? How you doing?" And then you come to me, and then you, "Oh, man, baby, your hair is so pretty." He started laughing. He said, "Man, that's why I pound there." Like, he had an answer for everything. I said, "But still, it makes me feel uncomfortable. You know," I said, "You're not the only guy that did this." He said, "Oh, yeah, what? You letting guys?" I said, "No, I'm not." Half of the time, I didn't even know they was their hand. Before I can even react, their hands was already in my locks. So he was like, "Well, I can respect it. I never thought of it like that. I just like the size of your locks because a lot of these young ladies out here, their locks is, you know, traditional, such as mine." You know, he had locks himself, the last guy. He said, such as mine, what did he say? He said he interlock his. His was real neat and really, really small. I'm talking about tiny, but they looked good. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, you know, and then you had the gray, so yours stick out. So that's why, you know, probably. And you're a beautiful young lady. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but I still stand on how I feel about, you know, different people touching my locks. So he was like, okay, I could dig it. He said, well, I'm going to go ahead and let you finish, you know, helping your daughter or whatever. Of course, tried to talk to me. Give me, take my number down or whatever. I put in my phone, but I deleted the stuff. I didn't call him, whatever. So when I got to the table, I was telling my daughter, and you know, she was so busy selling things. She's 25. She was like, yeah, Ma, I can understand how that would make you feel uncomfortable. So that night, I decided that whenever I go out in public, when I know it's going to be a lot of men around, I'm just going to cover my locks. And the reason why I cover my locks today is because my daughter had a basketball game. And believe it or not, a lot of fathers be at the games. Even though I have not had that, that may have been an isolated incident. Maybe my hair was an aphrodisiac to me. I don't know. I mean, what did I have on? Because I'm trying to figure out, what did I have on? Maybe, I just had on this little top, a blazer. And, you know, I like love accessories, different type of little accessories. And my hair was up halfway and hair was down. I don't know. Maybe it was doing something to them that night. I swear, y'all. Because they just kept putting their hands in my head. I'm not going to cover them 24/7. I'm not going to cover them every time I go out in the street. I don't even have enough wraps to be even thinking about doing that. But, like, I feel like if it's going to be an event where there's a lot of men, I might just want to just wrap my hair up, just cover it. I would love feedback from the men that watch. The women too, but more so the men. I want to know, do you think that I was exaggerating or like blowing it out of proportion? You know, because he kept saying, wait, man, you know, it's not that serious, it's not that deep. But I think it's deep, you know, but women and men think different. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. I had to drink some of this good old water. Think different. So, and I'm definitely want to hear feedback from my sisters. Yeah, so, and I was feeling very Bob Marley-ish today. I love my top. I love this. This is like one of my favorite tops. I've had this for a couple of years. I consider it vintage. You might consider it raggedy because I had like a couple of small holes in it, but that's all right. Because to me, it goes with my look. Goes with, you know, my look. So I'm just warning you just in case once I, you know, take this hair wrap off and you see my locks, you might see a little hole somewhere, little teeny hole. You know, that comes from wear and tear. But I don't want to get rid of it because I like how it's made. Anyway, let me get back to the locks. What else before I wrap my hair? That's about it, y'all. I don't think I have anything else to say on that. The products, I use the same products. My gray is coming back. I think I covered everything. But yeah, I really do want y'all feedback on, do you think I was doing too much? Like, it's not a big deal. I think it is because everybody don't wash their damn hands. I work in the government. And from the women, they don't even wash their damn hands. So I know for a fact the damn men probably don't wash their hands. Not all of them anyway. And one more thing, like I said, I apologize. I did do my disclaimer about the cursing because sometimes I be feeling like y'all my family, like y'all my girlfriends or y'all my male friends, you know what I'm saying? And I feel comfortable. So sometimes I don't, what you call it, censor. I just be flowing like y'all family members, certain family members, because I have to censor for certain family members, like my mother or whatever. But like y'all like my cousins, I get to just talking and the shit just come out like it just did now. So anyway, let's get to the locks. Okay, so yeah, and I put I always put 2 stocking caps on my head. I have to have two because my hair is so thick. Okay. So, these are my locks. I'm about to pick up the camera so you can see. Sorry. Hopefully I'm in the camera. See the gray coming back, y'all. I'm definitely gonna put the camera up. You know how I pick the camera up and close it up. Take these earrings off, y'all. Sorry, distraction. Yeah. Okay, so let me. Sorry. So, see the gray. It's coming back. I kind of sort of like. It kind of sort of helps me measure how my hair has grown. Sorry. See that gray? I hope y'all can see it. I'm trying to get better at this, y'all. And what I did is I didn't twist it. What I did, because you like, damn, you can see your parts real good. But after I washed it, I separated it. But I didn't twist it. I don't know if you could tell. It has not been, the roots has not been twisted. I just make sure I separate real good. Yeah. I think I'm getting good at this camera thing, though. I think I am. I'm sure y'all let me know if I'm not. Anyway. This is me at 11 months. This is me at 11 months. I can't tell it's growing a little bit now. Thick. As you can see, my hair is still fuzzy, but we already know that it's going to be like this. I doubt it if it be, because I have high porosity hair. So, with high porosity hair, you're bound to be fuzzy. Look at this. Look. You see that? See if I can. I'm about to be 20 minutes long. Oh, jeez. I'm just showing you how fuzzy my hair is. But it don't bother me. It did at first, but whatever. Most people don't be here. I don't think their hair is still this fuzzy at 11 months. But look at all that fuzz. You see it? Let me see if I can. Okay. You see how the hair is so fuzzy? It's just like a fuzz ball. I don't. And the reason why it's probably like this, y'all, I don't palm roll my locks because I want them to be thick. You know, the more you palm roll, I think the thinner they get. So that's probably why mine is like super, super fuzzy. Well, I'm finished. I'm on here for about to be 20, 25 minutes if I keep talking. I love y'all. Be safe. I always say that. Until the next time, it will be my 1 year lock anniversary. 1 year lock anniversary. 1 year lock anniversary. Whatever, I'm corny, I know. I love y'all. Peace.